As discussed in an article in the British Broadcasting Company in early 2011, the Republic of China overtook Japan as the second largest economy in our world today. At its current growth rate, China is expected to overtake America in less than a decade. This is a huge problem that we're facing. We cannot lose that top spot. The power and the influence that we gain from that top spot is critical to keeping the world at peace. If that power were to fall in the wrong hands, then all of our progress of peace can backtrack upon us and it can all fall apart. Today I'm going to talk to you about ways to increase our economy, to try to persuade you to help increase our economy, to keep America at that top spot. I'm going to talk to you about purchasing American-made products, identifying key American exports and ways to increase them, and finally on how to increase our tourism and the approaches that we take therein. So now that we know about the things we're going to talk about today, let us move into the first of those points and talk about buying American-made products. It is essential for all of us Americans to purchase products that are made and sold in America. Vehicles are a great way to help boost the economy by purchasing vehicles not just from companies in America, but companies that manufacture motor vehicles in America who can benefit our country's economy more than the average person knows. Now we have GMC, Ford, Chrysler, Cadillac. Those are all great companies that make and manufacture company vehicles in our country. As a result of buying from these companies, not only will our economy grow, but the job positions will increase, and the stability of our family and friends across the country will be stabilized. Having a stable network of income here in America will lead to a better tomorrow, a guaranteed tomorrow, full of promise and stability that will lead to the cementing of our place atop that list. So now that we know why buying American products can be beneficial to our economy, let us move on to the second of the points. Talk about some key exports that we have here in America. According to TheAtlantic.com, when services are included, we export more than any other country in the world, estimated at $1.5 trillion in 2009 versus Germany and China at $1.3 trillion, respectively. Now, there are two key American exports that are in danger of being eradicated by us Americans: timber and technology. Let's start with technology. By putting a clear focus on continuing technological efforts, we can sustain these incredible numbers. Now, technology is a path that should never be blocked or dissuaded. Every time we make a technological advances, we gain the awe and want from other countries. We need to maintain that want. We need them to keep wanting what we have, so in return we can sell it to them and boost our economy. Now, these advances will help us sustain relationships with our largest traders, Mexico and Canada, and also garner the interest from other countries that we don't usually trade with. Creating more programs and institutes and luring young, aspiring talents can help us reach this goal. Putting a more firm emphasis on technology at a young age can help keep the interest levels high, the rate high, for individuals looking to excel in this career field. Now, timber is an export that is extremely overlooked and underrated, but it is a huge source of income for us. Slash and burn techniques, deforestation, all these take away from our country's economic growth. By cutting down these forests for sometimes petty needs is killing our economy, along with the forest itself. We need to be self-sufficient, and the forestry industry is a great way to do that by taking the correct steps and keeping the correct goals. So now that we talked about some of the key exports of America, let us move on to the final topic that we'll be discussing today: tourism, the attractions and the approaches here in America. Let's face it, everybody, Disney World's not going to cut it. LA is not going to keep us above water for long. New York is not going to get us to where we want to be. We have to do more. The United Arab Emirates, or UAE, has mastered this tourism approach. We need to replicate this. We need to create more prominent and awe-inspiring attractions to be able to increase tourism rates. We need to take a huge focus on marketing. Marketing is the biggest part of this. We have to go beyond our borders to other countries to pique their imagination to a point where they want to come here and spend our money. Now, with our locations that we already have here at home, such as New York and Hawaii, we need to change them 4-star hotels to 5 stars. We need to make the resorts fit for a king. We need to make them to want to come here, not to live here, to come vacation here and spend their money here in America. So, now that we're familiar with some of the tourism approaches that we should be taking to help increase our economy, let's finish up this speech by heading to our conclusion and talk about what we have discussed so far. Throughout the last couple minutes, we have spoke of the need to raise the American economy. We talked about how buying American-made products can increase our economical stature, how to identify the key American exporters and find ways to increase them. We also talked about tourism and the approaches we should take to raise the attraction level and make other countries want to come spend money here. Now, before I go, I would like you all to observe the issue that we face. Whether you recognize it or not, it affects you directly. Yes, you. We all play a huge part towards the success or the lack of success that our country faces. It's up to you to change that.